Welcome everyone on a perfect night for football with the floodlights beaming down. I'm Derek Ray in the commentary position, and alongside me is the former Arsenal and West Ham midfield player Stuart Robson. I'm greatly looking forward to bringing you live coverage of this match being played in Serie A. Stuart, tell us about your pre-match thoughts.
Yes, thanks as always, Derek. We've got two good teams here, so I'm anticipating a really good game. The atmosphere is electric inside the stadium before kick-off, and hopefully we're not disappointed.
So the initial 11 for the home side. Alex Meret is the goalkeeper. Giovanni Di Lorenzo plays with Mario Rui in the fullback positions. Piotr Zielinski starts alongside Stanislav Lobotka in central midfield. And the striker today is Victor Osimhen. And this is the initial 11 for the visitors today. Sergej Milinkovic-Savic plays alongside Luis Alberto in central midfield. And the main goal-scoring threat today should come from Ciro Immobile. And the match begins. Stanislav Lobotka. Definitely look as though they want to make this move count. A smart stop here. It's a short corner. Lozano. Oh, keeper in control. Trying to pick out a teammate. Not the best clearance. Well, threat averted. Well, such an important contributor for his side, Piotr Zielinski. Stuart, what do you think we might see from him in this game?
I would describe him as majestic when he's playing at his best. He glides past defenders, he's got that ability to run with the ball into open space, he can pick out a pass, he can wriggle out of tight situations. He's the most creative player on the field today.
Kim. And now Zielinski. Lobotka. Oh, that's a pass of high quality. Well, there is a very alert goalkeeper for you. Cataldi. Pedro. Danilo Cataldi with it. Milinkovic-Savic. Well, he's lost it. Lobotka. El Said Husai. Danilo Cataldi with it. Well, they keep working away, looking for an opening. Marusic. And back with Felipe Anderson. Marusic. And no-nonsense defensive clearance. Well, not quite what he wanted to do with the pass. Milinkovic-Savic. And scope for them to produce something exciting. And a really powerful effort, but just over the top. Giovanni Di Lorenzo. Well, he went strongly into the challenge, and the result is a throw-in. Amir Rahmani. He's given us away. And the pass not quite accurate enough. And a throw-in then. Well, foul play, says the referee.
Well, those stats tell you everything. A tight and cagey game without enough goalmouth action. Both teams need to get more players forward if they're to pose a real threat.
Indeed, two trenchant sides, not giving very much away at all. Just the challenge that was required. Illegal play, and hence a free kick. Well, some referees might have elected to hand out the yellow card, but no booking on this occasion. Marusic. And here's Luis Alberto. And winning it back. Using his physical strength to make sure he doesn't lose the ball. Cataldi. It's with Romagnoli. Luis Alberto. Well, the electronic board showing one additional minute. Clattered away. And the whistle is sounded for half-time in this game. Well, probably a fair assessment of his first half's work would be a mixed bag.
Well, he didn't contribute enough in that first half. I think he needs to work harder to get on the ball. He was far too static. In my view, he's got to make more runs behind this backline in the second half.
And the match is underway. Definitely look as though they want to make this move count. A smart stop here. Now, keeper in control. So back underway, and an intriguing second half in prospect. And it's with Pedro. Wonderfully weighted pass. Not a promising looking attack, but comes to nothing in the end. Cataldi. Felipe Anderson. Still pushing for the goal that would put them ahead, but not forcing it. But then the commentator's curse comes into play. Giovanni Di Lorenzo. Now can they make something happen? Osimhen. On to Zielinski. Intercepting it intelligently. Felipe Anderson. Marusic. Immobile. Moving the ball nicely, looking for that final pass. Cataldi. He takes aim. Well, I don't think that effort remotely qualifies as respectable.
And the reason it's off target, because the technique was really poor on that occasion. That's not a good effort.
Entra in campo con il numero 5, Mattias Vecino.
Zielinski. Now Mario Rui. Politano. Well, that is how to nullify the opposition. Offside, close one. Kim Min-jae. It's a weighted pass, but mistimed his run.
Well, he's got the timing all wrong there. He just needs to bide his time.
"20 minutes to go. Luis Alberto. And intercepting it. Well, on you go, says the referee. Advantage. Pedro. Now, what can they do from here? Vecino. Here's Pedro. Luis Alberto. Well, borderline offside, but correct. Mario Rui. They're really pressing their opponents. And it wasn't really the ideal pass. It'll be a throw. So a personnel change then.
Felipe Anderson. Dentro con il numero 20, Mattia Zaccagni.
Milinkovic-Savic. Vecino. Luis Alberto. And quite simply, a wonderful chance was squandered. Romagnoli. And still on the lookout for the goal that could be so important at this juncture. And that was simply miles off target.
Well, I think he's right to go for power, but he's made the wrong connection, and it's really poor technique in the end.
Well, the referee took note of the earlier incident and now issues the yellow card.
Lascia il campo con il numero 10, Luis Alberto. Entra in campo con il numero 29, Manuel Lazzari.
Well, adding up all the stoppages, we will have 2 extra minutes. Romagnoli. On to Lazzari. Vecino. And there's the referee's whistle, still all square. Hello and welcome, and I can tell you it was a dry walk to the gantry today, no rain in sight. My name is Derek Ray, positioned here on the commentary gantry, and sitting next to me, ready to give you all the analysis, is Stuart Robson. And the focus is very much on Serie A, the top division here in Italy. How's it going to go, Stuart?
Thanks, Derek, as always. This should be a good game. Great atmosphere inside the stadium. We've got two teams full of quality, some interesting matchups, and two coaches that want to play an attractive brand of football. What more could you ask for?
Con il numero 19, Samuele Birindelli. Con il numero 12, Stefano Sensi. Con il numero 32, Matteo Pessina. Con il numero 30, Carlos Augusto. Con il numero 84, Patrick Ciurria. Con il numero 17, Gianluca Caprari. E con il numero 37, Andrea Petagna.
The initial 11 today for the hosts.
Well, the player that needs to affect the game is the one at the top of the midfield diamond. If he can get on the ball and dictate the play, they should control this match.
And the starting 11 for Empoli.
Well, I think the front pair need to combine well today, both with their link-up play and their movement. And if the number 10 can also find space, he will create problems with his passing. And also watch out for the fullbacks who do love to get forward.
And they kick off here. Marie. Gianluca Caprari. Not what he was intending. Bad pass. Bandinelli. Well, the attacking options appear plentiful. Will he finish? There it is, the opening goal of this match, and what a start they've made.
Well, here's the goal again, and it's a really nice ball to put him through. The vision to set up the chance is outstanding, and his movement's so clever. Once he gets onto it, there's only one thought in his head: smash it as hard as possible. What a good goal.
So underway again here, 1-0 the score.
Francesco Caputo.
Birindelli. Patrick Ciurria. And they have possession again. Well, on you go, says the referee. Advantage. Good pass. Will he play it in? And the ball is loose. Well, not the greatest pass. Easily intercepted. And scope for them to produce something exciting. A real opening now. And in! Oh, yes! Exactly what they were hoping to produce. They've delivered the goal.
Well, let's look at this again. To pick out this pass shows wonderful vision. It's inch perfect. And then through on goal, he just goes for power and smashes it past the keeper. There's no stopping that. What a great finish.
And the ball is moving again. 2-0 is how it stands. Stefano Sensi. The ball with Petagna. Sensi has it. Oh, good vision. And they could do damage. Can they put it away? And good pressure high up the pitch. After the foul, a chance to contemplate what is next, and perhaps a goal from this free kick. Well, any goalkeeper would be disappointed if he didn't save that. Plenty of support here. And whipped into the box. A goal! And it's very much game on here.
Well, here's the replay, and it all starts with the delivery into the box, just begging someone to get on the end of it. And it ends up with a fairly simple finish. Certainly not much the goalkeeper can do about that.
Well, back underway as we reflect on the goal that's made it 2-1. Caputo. And the pass could do damage. Can they keep it out? Well, they can bring it out now.
Well, what a great save that was to keep them in this. May just be the impetus they need, as they certainly haven't been at their best today.
Well, on the back of that breathtaking piece of goalkeeping, can they keep the ball and create? Opportunity to deliver the cross. Straightforward piece of goalkeeping.
Well, the visitors, as you can see, haven't enjoyed the majority of possession, but when they have had it, they've looked so dangerous, particularly...
Oh, wait a minute, Stuart. Opportunity! Well, it's ended up being, quite frankly, easy for the keeper.
Well, he should be hitting the back of the net. That's a poor effort.
Churia. And play halted, free kick given. Well, just a warning on this occasion. Might have decided to hand out the yellow card. Carlos Augusto. An alert intervention. Well, getting close to the half-time interval, and the story so far, they're not really making home advantage count. Stuart, your take?
Well, they're certainly...
Surely! Oh, tremendous goal! Technical excellence to finish that one off. Wonderful to have that in your repertoire.
Well, here it is again, and it's all about the pace in transition. They're so quick to get out from the back, and the finish is clinical. He just makes it look so easy, doesn't he?
So on with the action, and 3-1 the scoreline at the moment. Caputo. Fabiano Parisi. Can they convert? Well, capable of so much better, to be honest.
Well, I expected more as well, Derek. I thought from that sort of position, he had every chance of scoring, but it's a poor effort.
Izzo. Churia. Poor pass under no real pressure. What about the stoppage time situation? 2 minutes the word. The referee's letting it go as they keep the ball. It's a good-looking ball in behind. But he knew he had to get to the ball, and he did. And the whistle is sounded for half-time in this game. Well, there's a good reason why we're highlighting him. He's really dominating in attack in this game, Stuart.
Well, you won't see too many better performances than this. He's been an absolute menace to these defenders.
Well, they've got things going again here, and I wonder what kind of second half we have in store for us. Oh, good-looking run. Opportunity. Misfiring completely.
Yeah, he's gone for power, but the contact was never right. It's a poor effort, really.
Pessina. On the ball, Caprari. The attack continues. They're making considerable progress. And that's very good refereeing to let the play flow. It's there for him. Oh, the keeper made... And a penalty awarded. Spot kick coming up. Well, some might say he's been fortunate to avoid being shown the card.
Well, I like that from the referee. Just because it's a penalty doesn't mean it's a yellow card. I think he's got it right.
And that is when you need your goalkeeper. It's a short corner and played in. Well, I suspected that might be difficult for the keeper, but I was wrong. Well, not the pass he had in mind. Patrick Churia. Oh, nice ball over the top to chase. A goal here, giving his team precisely what they were looking for. Now he deserves to celebrate it.
Well, here it is again. The ball over the top is an absolute beauty. And then the shot could not be hit any better. Struck with such venom. Great goal.
Well, the action underway once more, and no shortage of entertainment. 3-2. Carlos Augusto. Can they trouble the opposition this time? A fine reading of the situation. And the conditions look pretty good for the counter-attack. And that pass could be troublesome. Oh, he really bruised the crossbar. Very alert defending to cut off the supply.
Well, had that gone in, they would be in complete control of this game. As it is, they're still going to be a bit nervy.
And play halted, free kick given. Substitution time it is here. And they will make the change now. Izzo. Patrick Churia. Well, that's how to dispossess your opponent. And that is going to be a free kick. Well, it was apparently a bookable offence.
Well, no debate over that one. It's a yellow card all day long.
Sostituzione per il Monza. Termina qui la partita.
And they're making a change.
Samuele Birindelli. Entra in campo con il numero 28 Andrea Corbani.
Nicely cut out. Bodies forward and the break looks on. Bandinelli. Oh, he's left his marker for dead. Big chance. And a fine stop. And with play stopped, they will make the change now. And deciding to go short with this one. Good pressure to win the ball back high up the pitch. And the post denied him. He had to score, and he does.
Well, just take another look at this, because he reacts so well, and he then keeps his composure. It's a good finish.
So the current scoreline, 4-2.
Il signor Davide Farronato è pregato di mettersi in
Gianluca Caprari.
con la massima urgenza. Grazie.
And into the last 15 minutes of action. Stefano Sensi. Not really the ideal clearance. Blocked it brilliantly. Well, they survived the attack. Parisi. Moving forward effectively. Well, it looked highly promising, but they got nothing out of it. Well, approaching full time, and this is wearing the look of mission impossible for the home side, Stuart.
Well, there's been a real lack of energy right from the start of the game.
Will he finish? Oh, a nearly moment, but not quite good enough.
Well, you certainly can't fault them for effort. They keep applying the pressure, and if they can just nick one, they're right back in this.
Now they're going to alter things. Here's the substitution. And so into the final 5 minutes. Good tackle, it'll be a throw. Oh, a nice looking pass. Cross blocked. Patrick Churia. Can they take advantage? And the referee is going to add on. Could pull one back here. Which he does! And maybe, just maybe, there's enough time for an equaliser. It would be quite the frenetic turnaround.
Well, just look at how poor the defending is here. But I have to say, it's still a very tidy finish. He looked really assured there.
Well, how about this? 4-3. Well, with tackling like that, the onus is on the referee to take action, potentially. Well, it was apparently a bookable offence.
Well, no debate over that one. It's a yellow card all day long.
It comes to nothing in the end. And that is the end of the game. It goes into the history books as a home defeat.
Well, Derek, certainly not their best performance, was it? Just a little bit off the pace for me, and obviously a disappointing result. But the key thing is they bounce back now, and they can't afford a repeat performance.
His performance in this particular game will have impressed many people, Stuart.
Well, what more could you ask for? His build-up play was clever, his movement was dynamic, and he scored a couple of goals. What a player he is.
Well, the weather forecasters promised us an agreeable day for football, and that's exactly what we've got. I'm Derek Ray at the microphone, and joining me for match commentary is Stuart Robson. And we're focusing on live action from Italy's top division, Serie A. How do you see the match going, Stuart?
Well, Derek, we can talk about coaches and their methods, but it's now down to the players. Which ones are going to stand out, who will affect the game, and who will have the greater desire? It should be a cracking game, though.
This is how it looks for the home side.
Well, the player that needs to affect the game is the one at the top of the midfield diamond. If he can get on the ball and dictate the play, they should control this match.
Here's how it looks for Udinese.
Well, 3-5-2 is a good system only if you have top-class wing-backs, because they have such a key role. They have to cover the whole length of the field, both with and without the ball.
And now they get the ball rolling. You can't really tackle like that and expect to get away with it. Booking to come, you would think. Well, you don't really want to be picking up a caution so early in the game, Stuart.
Well, he's going to be under pressure now. That was a reckless challenge. He didn't need to make it at all.
Defensive Brazilians to shut them down. Did well to win the ball back. The referee correctly decided to play advantage. Well, the advantage didn't come to very much, hence the award of a free kick by the referee. Well, he really is danger personified, but in this game, Stuart, what do you think we might see from him?
Well, the game plan of the coach is to get the ball into the front players as quickly as possible. He is the player to do it. He's brilliant with his back to goal. He'll link up the play, and he's key to the way they play the game.
Pretty routine there for the goalkeeper. Well, that is how to play advantage. Martin de Roon. And options in the centre. Using all his defensive acumen to cut it out. Excellent refereeing, advantage in operation. Good movement. Oh, could be. Well, it really wasn't a great effort, was it? And the referee blows the whistle. It is a free kick. Lovric. Well, slightly off target, and that'll be a throw-in. Mele. Poor attempt at a pass, really.
Per Alessio, tanti auguri di buon compleanno da mamma, papà e
Success. Sandy Lovric. Decent progress with the ball at his feet. And a foul in the opinion of the referee. Now, what can they do from this free kick situation? Just lacked a bit of conviction and straight into the wall. Success. Well, showing excellent judgment to intercept. Rafael Toloi. Oh, showing excellent vision. So, a corner here. Trying to deliver it accurately. Well, he couldn't quite keep it down. Martin de Roon. Mele. Well, not the pass he had in mind. Success. Really sitting deep now. That could be problematic. Lookman. Still on level terms, moving the ball nicely. He's got the right idea with that pass. And how well the keeper did.
Well, that's just exceptional. He reacted so quickly there.
It's a short corner. Demiral. It's with de Roon. Using his body to good effect. And a goal kick given. Lovric. Tolgay Arslan. Well, he keeps going. Not the pass he had in mind. Martin de Roon. It's with Koopmeiners. Well, he's given us away. And it's played into the centre. With the game level, let's see what they can do with this corner. And over it comes. No problems for the keeper. And if you're wondering about added time, 2 minutes it'll be. And we saw the situation developing. Well, the referee left with no alternative, compelled to stop play. And back in business again with a drop ball. That is that for the first half here. You might say he'll be happy with some aspect. Well, they've got things going again here, and I wonder what kind of second half we have in store for us. Lookman. Has a go. It'll be a corner.
Well, this is a big moment, and don't these fans know it?
And taken short. And cutting in from the flank. And it's in! 1-0. They've breached the defence.
Well, here you can see it again. He's gone for placement over power, and it's a brilliant finish.
So underway again here. 1-0 the score.
Con il numero 15, Martin.
Cup Mainers. Excellent passing. Boga. Lookman. Fluency of movement. Timely intervention. He's got space. Now he must favour the cross. Well, offside anyway, albeit a tight one. Stoppage in play and a chance for the referee to go back and retrospectively hand out a yellow card. And they're making a change. Jim City. 30 minutes to go then. Lookman. Well, when you sit off like this, you invite pressure. Well, a classic example of how to intercept. Well, he knew he had to get to the ball, and he did. Lookman. Can't miss, surely. And able to close down the shot. Really good high press. Cup Mainers. Mele. Definitely look as though they want to make this move count. Well read to ease the pressure. Success. In possession, Tolgay Arslan. And the flag does go up offside. Time for a change then. Cup Mainers. Here's Ademola Lookman. Well, nicely cut out. Well, we're inside the final quarter of an hour now. Well, on you go, says the referee. Advantage. Cup Mainers. They really look after the ball when they have it. They just couldn't play that decisive ball. Cup Mainers. Martin de Roon. Top-class defending. Biol. It's with Isaac Success. And he read it well. Duvan Zapata. Well, could be in hot water here. Booked already. And it is a second bookable offence. That's the end of the story for him.
And it doesn't surprise me, Derek. He's played on the edge today.
So deciding to make a personnel change at this juncture. Straight at the goalkeeper then. Pereira. Lovric. They're showing a willingness to attack, as they must, given the circumstances. Time running out. So 2 minutes of stoppage time to be added on. Oh, moving it nicely. And teammates to play it to. Opportunity, Zappacosta. Oh, it's in! And that might be the goal that clinches it for them. No looking back now, surely.
Well, here's the replay, and it all starts with the delivery into the box, just begging someone to get on the end of it. But from a defensive point of view, it's not good enough. They stop marking in the box and don't close the scorer down. That's just poor defending.
And there it is, the final whistle, and the fans will be leaving the stadium with smiles on their faces.
Well, Derek, it was fairly comfortable in the end because they were tactically superior, had better individuals, and were always a threat going forward. It was a really good performance and a good result as well.
Well, we're highlighting him for a reason, Stuart. He's put in a really authoritative performance here.
Well, he was a major reason why they won today. He was so reliable, and he inspires those around him.
Hello everyone and welcome to Florence, a city that attracts so many visitors on an annual basis. Of course, there are many who come here for the football. I'm Derek Ray, ready here in the commentary position, and alongside me is the former Arsenal, West Ham and Coventry midfielder Stuart Robson. I'm greatly looking forward to bringing you live coverage of this match being played in Serie A. It's Fiorentina facing Milan.
Well, thanks, Derek. The best coach I played under would always tell us before kick-off, earn the right to play. If you can win your individual battles, outrun your opponent, eventually you'll get the space to show your ability. I'm sure that's being echoed by the coaches here today.
And a look at the lineup for Fiorentina.
Well, it's a 4-3-3 with two out-and-out wingers, but they do vary their movement. They give width, but they also make diagonal runs infield when the ball's on the opposite flank. Their performances will be key today.
And Milan's lineup looks like this. Mike Maignan begins in goal. Sandro Tonali plays alongside Ismael Benacer in central midfield. And up front, Olivier Giroud plays alongside Ante Rebic. And now they get the ball rolling. Rebic. Giroud. High quality defending. Bonaventura. Always difficult to predict in advance who might decide a game, but you could make a strong case for this man, I think, Stuart. What are you expecting to see from him?
Well, Derek, we know he's got great pace, whether he's running with the ball or running in behind defenders. And that's what makes him such a threat on the counter-attack. And I'm sure that's going to be the tactics today from his team.
Over it comes. And the problem not completely solved. Danger averted for now. Terrific block. Chance to play it in. And the ruling is offside here. Charles de Ketelaere. Benassa. De Ketelaere. Hernandez. Can they forge ahead? Well, they would have done had it not been for the keeper.
Well, they should be ahead now. Yes, it was a good save, Derek, but he should score from there.
And a short corner, let's see. Rebic. On to Giroud. Still passing it around with authority. Oh, the keeper made it look routine. It was anything but. Favouring the short one. Rebic. Giving the ball to the opposition that time. Tremendous ball played through. Hernandez. On to Rebic. Superb block. Rolando Mandragora. And teammates around him. Well, disappointing end to the move.
Well, Milan very much dictating the tempo over the last 15 minutes or so and have played some really lovely football going forward. But they must now make it count and get themselves in front.
Well, that's a foul, and it sets up a free kick in a dangerous position. A goal on the back of sustained pressure. Now they deservedly hold the advantage.
Well, here it is again, and it's a well-worked set piece. That touch to the side takes the ball out of the equation and opens up the target. Mind you, it still has to be an excellent strike.
Well, the ball is moving once more. How important will that opening goal prove to be? Dodo. And on the ball, Ikone. He could pick out a teammate. Charles de Ketelaere. Useful looking position, you've got to say. Benacer. He succeeds in clearing it. Well, a set piece coming up for Milan, and maybe an opportunity for them to increase their advantage. And short it is. Benacer. Tonali with it. Oh, he could have added to their advantage.
Well, it was a decent effort, but they're still looking for the buffer here.
So nearly at half-time, and the home side trailing, albeit not by much. Stuart, your thoughts up to this point?
Well, it's been a tight first half so far, but they haven't quite shown enough guile in the attacking third. If, however, they can be more...
That's a foul, and it will be a potentially dangerous free kick. Well, the free kick taken, but saved easily by the keeper. That is that for the first half here. I think most fans would be pretty happy. Well, they've got things going again here, and I wonder what kind of second half we have in store for us. Well, I think just lost his focus for a second, and a throw-in conceded. De Ketelare. Rebic. Well, he had to read it and get there, and did. Biraghi. Well, simple for the keeper. Giroud. Giroud. Disappointing pass. Bonaventura. And very deftly cut out. Sandro Tonali. Rebic. Theo Hernandez now. Giroud. Ante Rebic has it. Hernandez. Rebic. And he read it well defensively. Bonaventura. And the conditions look pretty good for the counter-attack. But it fizzles out thanks to that piece of defending. Giroud. Theo Hernandez. Really a very poor ball. There's a slide rule pass. Terrific save.
Well, that's a top-class save. He read it so well.
Both substitutes who've been getting ready will come on at the same time.
Vi ricordiamo che all'interno dello stadio è disponibile un'area dedicata ai tifosi più piccoli, con personale qualificato e giochi per intrattenere i vostri bambini, completamente gratis.
Now, how about the short corner? Sandro Tonali. Tomori. Benacer. Well, he would have been disappointed had he spilled that one. Ikone.
Well, the players should be inspired by this. The crowd have really got behind them today.
Illegal play, and hence a free kick.
Fiorentina che si affida a forze fresche con questo cambio.
And they will make the change now.
Con il numero 11 Jonathan Ikone. In campo con il numero 33 Riccardo Sottil.
Cristiano Biraghi. Trailing as they are, they're not likely to get too many opportunities late in this game. 10 minutes to go. Well, couldn't quite find his teammate. Giroud. And that's an important intervention. And continues his run. Hernandez. Well, on you go, says the referee. Advantage. Goalkeeper's ball every day of the week. Well, the referee not too happy with the challenge and blows for a free kick. And a yellow card it's going to be, Stuart.
Yeah, the ref's got that right. It's a yellow card all day long.
Lascia il campo con il numero 5 Giacomo Bonaventura. Dentro con il numero 10 Gaetano Castrovilli.
Well, not hard to read that pass. Good technique displayed. Hernandez. Benacer. Giving the ball to the opposition that time. Giroud. And that is the end of the game. It goes into the history books as a home defeat.
Well, Derek, it was a poor result, but it was a really tight contest. Both sides had their chances, could have gone either way, but in the end, they will be disappointed.
Well, this man has given us plenty of reasons to dwell on his performance, hasn't he, Stuart?
Well, he was excellent today, and he gave them that all-important lead. They just struggled to cope with him. His movement was so clever.
And a warm welcome on what is a fine day for football. I'm delighted to be able to report. I'm Derek Ray on the commentary gantry, and sharing duties with me today, Stuart Robson. And we're focusing on live action from Italy's top division, Serie A. Stuart, what are your expectations for today?
Yes, thanks as always, Derek. We've got two good teams here, so I'm anticipating a really good game. The atmosphere is electric inside the stadium before kick-off, and hopefully we're not disappointed.
And the lineup for the home side.
Well, the wingers will be key here. They have to choose the right time to give width and the right time to come infield to support the centre-forward. If they can do that, they're a potent front three. No doubt about that.
This is how the visitors will set up today.
Well, 3-5-2 is a great system if you can get control of the midfield, because your wing-backs can then play higher up the pitch and the front two can combine as a pair, but they need to dominate that central area.
And the game begins. Fabio De Pauli. Nicely timed tackle. And the referee takes exception to the challenge. Free kick. Well, straight into the meat of the penalty area. Making sure nothing untoward happened. Well, the keeper committed himself. Who's going to get on the end of it? Well, he failed to get it away properly. And play halted, free kick given. Kevin Agudelo. He's lost it. Adolfo Gaich. In a position from which they could potentially do a bit of damage here. Well, that's a foul, and it sets up a free kick in a dangerous position. Well, he's going to be cross with himself, straight into that human barrier. It's a corner. And played short. Can he put them in front? A chance for them to provide a test in the form of a corner. Keen to take it short here. No, high quality defending. Now, counter-attacking possibilities here. And it looked as though they might be in just for a second or two. Oh, he's given the ball away. Chance to play it in. Well, that cross was more than acceptable, but they couldn't fire it home. Adolfo Gaich. Well, couldn't quite find his teammate. Nicolau. Arkadiusz Retza. Decent progress with the ball at his feet. Well, possession ceded. Now, who can he play it to? Nicolau. Well, played with just a bit too much ferocity, and it's going to be a throw-in. A potential danger here. He must finish! And foiled only by the crossbar. Verde. And after that fantastic effort, it's gone out for a throw-in. Possession changing hands. Teammates available. Vital interception, the danger was very real. Well, let's see what they have in store for them on the break.
Well, as you can see, it's been really tight, and neither side has taken enough risk going forward. Hopefully that will change soon, and then we might get some entertainment.
Yes, a stalemate so far. Will that situation change? And foul it is then. Well, just a rebuke rather than a caution, Stuart.
Well, it's not a bad tackle, and the referee's got that right.
Not messing around with that clearance. Could be a chance to break here. Oh, he's given it away. Nicolau. And Kelvin Amion on the ball. Giving it a try. Oh, he really bruised the crossbar. And problem solved for now. But he could run onto it here. Oh, my goodness! He's caught that so well! A goal of the highest class. Fantastic technique.
Well, as you can see here, it all starts with a perfectly weighted ball in behind the defenders. And he makes the finish look so easy. What a good goal that is.
Spezia segno.
And there it is, the half-time whistle. So the two teams have switched around and the second half is underway. Good movement. This could be the equaliser. He knew, and it's a goal. Level again. What a match this is turning out to be.
Well, here it is again. It was a good finish, but the keeper has to do better at his near post. He was beaten far too easily on that occasion.
So underway again, following the goal that made things level. And the advantage accrues to the attacking side. Well, no advantage in the end, and she'll pull it back for the free kick. Well, no card, but the referee making it clear next time there will be one shown. Well, finish? Oh, that goes down as a wonderful save. But hang on, offside is the decision here. Cyril Ngong. Here's Duda. Useful looking position, you've got to say. That's well blocked. And he's outdone himself. Wonderful save there. An unforced error, you've got to say. Bodies forward and the break looks on.
Well, they might be piling on the pressure, but they've got to make it count in those situations, that's for sure.
Well, a bit short with the clearance. Well, nothing comes of it. Oh, a nice-looking pass. Interception to snuff out the danger. And the penalty has been given here. So making the substitution now. So to make it 2-1. And the penalty is converted. I don't think anyone really questioned him.
Well, as you can see, the keeper makes no effort in the end. He was hoping it would be struck down the middle, but it's an easy finish, really.
So the ball is rolling again. 2-1 the score. What's going to happen next? Amiot. And it's with Ekdal. For attacking possibilities. Oh, that's a fine pass. And options in the centre. Oh, surely! And the keeper did magnificently.
Well, that's just a wonderful save. How did he stop that?
Here it is now, a substitution.
Avvicinamento in casa Spezia. Esce dal campo. Con il numero 8, Ekdal. In campo, con il numero 25, Salvatore Esposito. È stato smarrito il pezzo di chiave. Chiunque dovesse provarlo è pregato.
Who can he pick out?
Accesso a un posto di polizia all'interno dello stadio.
Tamez. Faraoni. Duda. Duda. Well, he stopped them in their tracks. Just 20 minutes remaining now. It did look on for them, but not to be. Lasagna. Here's Faraoni. Going well. He must finish. It's in. They're looking really relaxed and confident and not giving the opposition much of a look in.
Well, here's the goal again, and it's a really nice ball to put him through. The vision to set up the chance is outstanding, and he makes the finish look so easy. What a good goal that is.
Well, the action continues, and no shortage of goals. 3-1 as things stand. Here's using his physical strength to shield it. This is looking threatening. Jurovski has a go. Oh, the keeper made it look routine. It was anything but.
Well, they haven't seen too many chances, but the crowd sensing this could be a turning point. They need a goal here.
Playing it in. A decisive clearance it was. And the referee blows the whistle. It is a free kick. Well, he had a decent reading of that ball in. Now a decent position. Well, there to intercept. Good-looking sequence. And just narrowly wide in the end. Well, they are committed to making the substitution here.
Entra in campo con il numero 7 Simone Verdi.
Five minutes to go. He's given us away. Now, options are plenty. Well, he made sure there was absolutely no way through. And a foul in the opinion of the referee. Now, what can they do from this free kick situation? Takes on the shot. Well, giving it a go in a bid to haul them back into this one.
Well, they're knocking at the door here, but they need to score soon.
Lasagna. Oh, showing excellent vision. Well, it was a menacing attack, but tidied up. Plenty of support here. Duda. And that is the end of the game. It goes into the history books as a home defeat.
Well, Derek, they weren't at their best today, both as individuals and as a team, and they didn't deserve anything from the game. Need a much better display next time out.
Well, he put in a really thorough performance here, Stuart.
Well, he scored a good goal, he hit the woodwork and was a constant threat. So overall, he should be really pleased with his display today.
Hello, it's great to be with you, and no problems at all on the weather front as we get ready for this match. I'm Derek Ray in the commentary position, and I'm joined for analysis by Stuart Robson. I'm greatly looking forward to bringing you live coverage of this match being played in Serie A. It's Sampdoria, and they take on Salernitana.
Yes, thanks as always, Derek. We've got two good teams here, so I'm anticipating a really good game. The atmosphere is electric inside the stadium before kick-off, and hopefully we're not disappointed.
And the initial 11 for Sampdoria. This is the lineup for the visitors today.
Well, the player that needs to affect the game is the one at the top of the midfield diamond. If he can get on the ball and dictate the play, they should control this match.
And this confrontation is underway. Chernigoj. Just the challenge that was required. Well, the outcome is a free kick here. Well, the referee opting for the lenient approach this time.
I think it's a great bit of refereeing. Everybody now knows the next foul will be punished.
And reading it absolutely superbly. Well, you can probably see why we're focusing on this fellow as one to watch. Stuart, in particular, what do you expect to see from him?
Well, he's the most creative player on the field. He can run with the ball, he can get himself out of tight situations, he can see a pass, he's very creative with his play. I think he's going to be the outstanding player today.
Well, he has players waiting at the back post. Well, it didn't really work the keeper when all was said and done. And winning it back. He's going forward well here. That was perfectly timed, and it is going to be a corner. Who can they pick out? And an effective clearance. Illegal play, and hence a free kick. Lassana Koulibaly. Domen Chernigoj. He has teammates around him. Well, a really single-minded piece of defending to make sure nothing untoward happened. Wonderfully weighted pass. Well, he took care of it defensively. Moving into the advanced position. Might go ahead. And the cross comes to nothing in the end. Junior Zambia. A sloppy pass. Now doesn't get away with it. Free kick given. Well, some referees might have reached for the yellow card, but not this one.
Yeah, another foul, and he will get a yellow card, that's for sure.
Now, what can they do from here? Well, dealt with that ball comfortably. Candreva, what can he do? And a strong tackle. Well, the conditions look pretty good for the counter-attack. Well, they seem to be onto something positive, but it faded away. And a free kick awarded by the referee. Now they're going to alter things. Here's the substitution. Well, they couldn't take advantage of the opportunity. And support available. Might jump in front. Well, a powerful effort, but just wide.
Well, as you can see, it's been really tight, and neither side has taken enough risk going forward. Hopefully that will change soon, and then we might get some entertainment.
Yes, a very accurate assessment. Can they open things up here? And the referee takes exception to the challenge. Free kick. Well, that could be the final warning.
Well, he needs to be careful now. Next foul, and it's a card.
Well, sadly, you've got to say, it all went horribly wrong for him.
Well, he backed his technique. Unfortunately, on this occasion, it let him down badly. That's a poor effort.
Candreva. Well, they might be onto something. Defended well. Winks. And on the ball, Sabiri. Still level here, but the pressure escalating. An unforced error, you've got to say. Oh, a perfectly timed pass. Well, he almost headed it in. Good officiating, waiting for the play to stop, and now going back to caution him. What about the stoppage time situation? 2 minutes the word. Really good high press. So the whistle then. We're at the halfway stage in this match. Well, he's got a few things right in this first half, but not everything. Well, they've got things going again here, and I wonder what kind of second half we have in store for us. Well, that takes the wind out of their sails. Great defending. Pasquale Mazzocchi. Plenty of support here. Candreva, what can he do? To jump in front, and there it is, 1-0. Their efforts have been rewarded, and look at the celebrations.
Well, that was a fairly easy finish in the end, but he still had to take it. He won't mind how they come, though.
Well, the ball is moving once more. How important will that opening goal prove to be? Well, on you go, says the referee. Advantage. Unable to keep the ball that time. Abdelhamid Sabiri. He's given it straight to the opposition.
Well, there you can see it. The visitors haven't been able to control possession, but their counter-attacking has been really good, particularly in the wide areas. It's been an excellent performance from them so far.
Kese.
Per Alessio, tanti auguri di buon compleanno da mamma, papà e
Rincon.
piccola Sara.
Element of risk there, but he's won the ball. Well, nicely cut out. Now what can they do with the ball? Well, that'll be a free kick. And with play stopped, they will make the change now.
Con il numero 37, Mehdi Leris. In campo, con il numero 9, Manuel De Luca. Cambio per la Salernitana. Esce dal campo. Con il numero 22, Domen Schernigoy. Dentro, con il numero 8, Emil Bohinen.
Racing forward, trying to catch them out. Really nice ball. And he's found a bit of daylight. Well, a fantastic counter-attack as they move through the gears, but not a brilliant end product.
Well, everything looked good until the finish, but that shows how dangerous they are on the break.
"20 minutes remaining. Well-timed tackle. Well, is it going to end up being productive for them? Really important piece of last-ditch defending. Jumber. Bradaric. Now with Piontek. Can't miss, surely. Well, he's missed the chance, and the keeper didn't have to do very much. Kese. And good use of advantage, the referee allowing play to continue. Well, the attacking options appear plentiful, and credit is due for that good piece of defending. Well, space for them here. Candreva, what can he do? Not really the ideal clearance. And a time for cool heads. 5 minutes remaining, and one thing is certain, no one is leaving because it's still close. Candreva. Good visualisation and execution. Oh, it's in! And that might be the goal that clinches it for them. No looking back now, surely.
Well, here it is again. The through ball is absolutely inch perfect, and his movement's so clever. Once he gets onto it, there's only one thought in his head: smash it as hard as possible. What a good goal.
Here it is now, a substitution. So back underway with the lead standing at 2-0.
Numero 30, Pasquale Mazzocchi.
And it's Winks. And on the ball, Sabiri. He could pick out a teammate. So 2 minutes of stoppage time here. And the referee blows for a foul. A deep delivery. Struggling to get it away. And it's Winks. Real chance. Oh, the keeper made it look routine. It was anything but. Well, there goes the final whistle. And it's all gone to plan for the visiting fans. 3 points for them.
Well, Derek, it was a comfortable win in the end. Fully deserved their victory because they dominated every aspect of the game. It was a really good result for them here today.
Well, the way this is going, Antonio Candreva might be dominating the headlines in the morning papers tomorrow, Stuart.
Well, I thought he was excellent. Not only did he score a good goal, but his general play was outstanding. He certainly played a major part in their win here today.
And a warm welcome from a venue that really oozes football history. I'm talking, of course, about the San Siro in Milan. I'm Derek Ray, and sharing commentary with me, as usual, is Stuart Robson. And we're focusing on live action from Italy's top division, Serie A. It's Inter, and they face Lecce.
Thanks, Derek, as always. This should be a good game. Great atmosphere inside the stadium. We've got two teams full of quality, some interesting matchups, and two coaches that want to play an attractive brand of football. What more could you ask for?
And this is how it looks for Inter. Milan Skriniar plays alongside Alessandro Bastoni in central defence. Nicolo Barella plays with Henrik Mkhitaryan in the centre of midfield. And leading the attack today, Lautaro Martinez plays alongside Edin Dzeko. This is the lineup for the visitors today.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how the wingers play today. Will they stay high and wide? Will they come in field and support the centre forward? And how deep will they come out of possession? They're going to be key to this formation.
And they kick off here. Valentin Gendré. Perfect challenge. Dzeko. Back with Martinez. Can he take the chance? And quite simply, a wonderful chance was squandered. Well, you know, as good as his goal-scoring record is, I think many still underestimate Edin Dzeko, Stuart. But what do you expect from him in this match?
Well, in many ways, he's a throwback to the 80s in the way he plays. He's so strong when holding up the play. He can outmuscle opponents. Today, the defenders will certainly know they've been in a battle.
And blocked for now. Keen to take it short here. Mkhitaryan. Skriniar. Now with Martinez. Barella. Back with Martinez. Just the clearance that was called for. Giuseppe Pezzella. Plenty of support here. That's well blocked. Applying vigorous pressure. Takes aim. And there it is. The opening goal. 1-0. And they'll feel they deserve it.
Well, let's take another look. And wow, how cleanly does he hit that? The keeper was never going to save it. What a good goal that is.
Are back underway, and 1-0 it is. Let's see what happens next. Danmian. Barella. Well read to put an end to that attack. That's a foul, and it will be a potentially dangerous free kick. And you've got to say, meat and drink to those in the wall. Mkhitaryan. Options in the middle. Barella. He's trying to create something. Dzeko. Oh, he saved it well. Well, the short corner routine. Çalhanoğlu. This could square the game, but the keeper has his say. And how important could that be in the grand scheme of things?
Well, that was a big chance, and really, he should have taken that. But let's give credit to the goalkeeper. It's a decent save.
Well, they fancy a short one. Well, they'll try to keep the pressure on in the form of another corner. Favouring the short one. Mkhitaryan. Well, nicely cut out. And that's a straightforward stop. Better play and an Inter throw-in coming up.
Well, the hosts have dominated the flow of the game in the last 15 minutes and have created one or two good chances with it. If they can continue to play with this domination, it's only a matter of time before they draw level.
And the referee has awarded a corner following that touch.
Well, can they draw level here? The crowd certainly think so.
Short corner it is. Mkhitaryan. Was always likely to be the goalkeeper's ball. Strefeza. Gendré. Strefeza. And they continue to advance, and a lot of options here. Well, not the pass he had in mind. Henrik Mkhitaryan. It's with Robin Gosens. Oh, moving the ball impressively here. Barella. Well, it had a chance, but off the crossbar. And a goal kick. And he'll go back and hand out a yellow card here.
Yeah, he was always going to go back for that challenge. It was a poor one, you have to say.
Di Francesco. On the offensive. Simple for the keeper dealing with that long-range effort. Mkhitaryan. Well, great read there to intercept. Well, totalling up all the stoppages, we'll have 2 additional minutes. And taking it away. Good pressure to win the ball back high up the pitch. Oh, great attacking play. Well, that's going to be all for the first half here at the San Siro. Well, it just hasn't happened today for Edin Dzeko, much to the surprise of many, Stuart.
Yeah, you're right. He needs to impose himself on this game. He just hasn't done enough to get away from his marker so far. Unless that changes, they're going to struggle to turn this one around.
So underway once again, and not enough went to plan for Inter in that first half. Can they address that in the second 45? Well, far from the ideal pass. Valentin Gendré. He's given it away. Teammates available. Dzeko. Is it going to be Mkhitaryan? And that wasn't a million miles away. Almost the equaliser.
Well, it's not a bad effort, is it? But they've got to find a way back into this one. Well, I can't believe Inter are losing here. They've created so many good opportunities, but unless they score soon, they're going to get frustrated.
And he's lost out here, Mkhitaryan. Referee had to be mindful of what was going on, the injury situation, and hence he has stopped play.
Pesca dalla panchina l'allenatore dell'Inter con questo cambio. Termina qui la partita con il numero 22 Henrik Mkhitaryan. Dentro con il numero
Another drop ball on the back of the stoppage. Strefeza. Valentin Gendré. Can they create something from here? Chance to play it in. Samuel Umtiti. Tuia. Effective looking pass. Determined defending. Well, the referee wasn't going to let that go. Well, some referees might have reached for the yellow card, but not this one.
Yeah, another foul, and he will get a yellow card, that's for sure.
Lukaku. Well read to put an end to that attack. Well, the outcome is a free kick here. Barella. Excellent defending. This could level it. Well, what can we say? All's well that ends well.
Well, he's just about recovered the situation. That could have been very embarrassing.
Trying to really get at the opposition here. Corner kick awarded. And let's see if this will help them add to their lead. Well, they've decided to make a change. He's driven in the corner. Well, it still could be dangerous. And in the end, no damage done. Alessandro Bastoni. Well, the referee allowing advantage to accrue to them. Gozens. Well, not hard to read that pass. A foul it most certainly was. Free kick given. They've decided that now is the time to go to the bench. Making sure nothing untoward happened. And he's lost custody of the ball here. Well, the referee not too happy with the challenge and blows for a free kick. And teammates around him, but quick thinking defensively. Martinez. Samuel Umtiti. Strefeza. Well, you've got to savour such moments. But no damage done, that's the main thing. Barella. The ball with Martinez. Poor pass under no real pressure. Oh, a nice looking pass. Well, the decision is offside, and he's bound to be a bit disappointed.
Well, he's actually made his run before his teammate had control of the ball, and that's why it's offside.
And time for the change now. Well, with 5 minutes remaining and just one goal between them, still the prospect of late excitement in this match. Now, in the dying embers of the game, it looks as though the visitors have done enough. Stuart, your assessment?
Well, it's going to be a nervy end to this.
Well, with tackling like that, the onus is on the referee to take action, potentially. Well, he'd been warned before, and now he's been booked.
And he's under big pressure now. He's going to have to tread really carefully here.
And fired from the flank into the area. A very effective clearance. Brozovic. Oh, good work to deny the opportunity. A message delivered from the referee to the fourth official. 3 minutes on the board. A move of promise on the flank. Well, the keeper had a lot to do.
Well, it's a great piece of goalkeeping. So quick off his line.
Çalhanoğlu. And no more time left. The full-time whistle is blown. And Inter find themselves on the wrong end of the scoreline.
Well, Derek, the fans are right to expect more. The tempo of their passing was too slow. They were second to the ball too many times and were beaten by the better side today.
What a game we have in store for you today. The hype has been building all week and the fans are pouring into the stadium. The tension palpable. We'll have every kick of the ball for you live on EA TV. Hello and a warm welcome on what is a glorious night for football. Perfect playing conditions. I'm Derek Ray, and adjacent to me in the commentary box is Stuart Robson. And we're focusing on live action from Italy's top division, Serie A. Stuart, what are you expecting to see?
Well, Derek, as is always the case, the team that dominates midfield will be the team that controls the flow of the game. And that, for me, is the area that's key today.
And now they get the ball rolling. The lineup then for the hosts. Rui Patricio is the keeper. Brian Cristante starts alongside Nemanja Matic in the centre of midfield. And handed the task of playing up front today is Paulo Dybala. And the starting lineup for Juventus. Wojciech Szczęsny stands between the posts. Juan Cuadrado starts with Filip Kostic on the flanks. And it's two strikers up front who will look to provide the goal-scoring threat. Di Maria. Definitely look as though they want to make this move count. But nothing comes of it. Good defending it was. Jorginho Wijnaldum. It's with Dybala. Spinazzola. On to Cristante. Well, he really read that brilliantly. Kostic. Rabiot. Dusan Vlahovic. And he takes it away. Well, sitting deep like this might be a dangerous game. Pellegrini. Useful looking position, you've got to say. Matic. Now with Dybala. And a big moment because the referee has pointed to the spot. Penalty coming up. Can he make it 1-0? And a goal! He was composure personified, and he's done his job from the spot.
Well, here it is again, and just watch the keeper. He stands still, hoping it's hit down the middle. Unfortunately for him, he's got it wrong.
One 1-0 then.
con il numero 21, Paulo Dybala.
Rabiot. Quadrado. Could play it in. Vlahovic. Can he find the net? Oh, magnificent reaction. Well, they fancy a short one. Leonardo Spinazzola. Brian Cristante. It's with Dybala. Here's Cristante. Lorenzo Pellegrini with it. And they continue to advance, and a lot of options here. And the referee felt he had to blow the whistle. Brilliantly blocked. Well, when they go in, it looks spectacular. When they don't go in, you know the rest.
Yeah, it's a difficult bit of skill, and on this occasion, he got it all wrong.
Danilo. So almost at half-time, and they are making good use of home advantage. Still a bit of work to do, though. Stuart, your thoughts on what you've seen?
Well, I think they've been the better side in this first half. They've defended well, they've looked dangerous in attack, and they've controlled the midfield. It's been a solid performance so far.
Body in the way. Well, can they be creative from here? He could pick out a teammate. And a good challenge to bring that attack to an end. Quadrado. The referee has decided there will be just 1 minute of added time. So the whistle then. We're at the halfway stage in this match. Eye-catching and effective in the first half. Paulo Dybala.
Well, I thought he had a really effective first half. Not only did he get the goal that gave them the lead, but his general play was really good. He was a constant threat, and I'm sure we'll see more of him in the second half.
So the two teams have switched around, and the second half is underway. A foul, but no whistle. Instead, advantage Juventus. Rabiot, immaculate placement. Alexandro. On to Di Maria. And a goal! That's what they wanted here, Juventus. It's level now.
Well, it's great awareness of space in the box, and then he shows a lot of composure with the finish. That's a clever goal.
So back underway following the equaliser. Leonardo Spinazzola. Here's Cristante. Matic. Pellegrini. No, high quality defending. Getting forward. Dybala. Spinazzola. Back to Dybala. But a crucial intervention inside the box. A Juve free kick here. Both managers deciding this is the time to change things around. Both teams going to the bench.
Dentro con il numero 2 Rick Karsdorp. Arriva il momento del cambio in casa Juve. Fuori con il numero 11 Juan Cuadrado. Entra in campo con il numero 7 Federico Chiesa.
Kostic.
Si è perduta una bimba di nome Giulia. Si pregano i genitori di recarsi
Dusan Vlahovic.
alla biglietteria dello stadio.
Di Maria now. Just the challenge that was required. Vlahovic. And just over the bar, really good effort. Now they're going to alter things. Here's the substitution.
In campo con il numero 9 Tammy Abraham.
Alexandro. Now Rabiot. Di Maria. Return to Rabiot. Can he put them in front? But it was a wonderful chance, but the goalkeeper comes through.
Yes, Derek, we have to give credit to the keeper, but surely he should have scored there. That's a big, big chance.
Entra con il numero 10 Paul Pogba.
Trying to deliver it accurately. Well, still an issue here. Chiesa. Well, they've won the ball back quickly. And a foul in the opinion of the referee. Now, what can they do from this free kick situation? Oh, what an exquisite goal! Absolute perfection.
Well, let's look at this again. It's a great bit of skill because he has to get both topspin and side spin on the ball at the same time. Look how much bend he gets on that. Excellent goal.
What a big moment in the dying embers. Will it prove decisive here? Leonardo Spinazzola. They've regained possession. Rabiot. Pogba. Well, a classic example of how to intercept. El Shaarawy. Lorenzo Pellegrini with it. There might very well be late excitement. 5 minutes left, and the margin just 1. Crossing possibilities. And he takes on the shot, and keeping it out. It's a substitution for Juventus. Time is not on their side. This corner could help their prospects as they look for an equaliser. Di Maria. And 3 minutes will be added on for stoppages. There to take it away. Karsdorp. And there goes the final whistle. It's gone the wrong way as far as the home fans are concerned.
Well, Derek, it was a hard-fought contest which neither side completely dominated, but the result will certainly hurt them. They need to bounce back next time out.
Well, the key figure for his side in this game, Angel Di Maria.
Well, he gave that back line a torrid time, didn't he? He was far too sharp for them, always looking to play on the shoulder, took his goals well too. Clearly the difference maker today.
Well, nights like these are just what you hope for as a spectator. A warm welcome. My name is Derek Ray, and sitting alongside me in the commentary box, providing expert analysis, is Stuart Robson. And we're focusing on live action from Italy's top division, Serie A. It is Sassuolo, and they take on Cremonese.
Well, Derek, we can talk about coaches and their methods, but it's now down to the players. Which ones are going to stand out, who will affect the game, and who will have the greater desire? It should be a cracking game, though.
Rogerio, con il numero 27, Maxim Lopez, con il numero 16, Davide Fratesi, con il numero 92, Gregoire Defrel e con il numero 9, Andrea Pinamonti.
And so for the Sassuolo starting lineup.
Well, the two wide players are great in 1v1 situations, and their movement is also very good. But it's the midfield three that will need to control the flow of the game.
And introducing the visitors lineup today.
Well, it looks like they're going to play in a 3-4-3 formation, but without wing-backs. So although they might have an overload in midfield, they will be vulnerable to any switches of play by the opposition.
And this confrontation is underway. Loriente. A really top-notch piece of defending. And that will be a corner. Elects to go short. Lopez. Defrel, no way through. A really intense pressure applied. The referee spotted the infringement, and it will be a free kick in a position of genuine menace. Goal! Absolute perfection!
Well, I have a feeling we're going to see this time and time again tonight. It's a fantastic bit of technique. Just to get that much lateral movement on the ball. Wonderful strike.
And back underway, 1-0 it is. Benassi. Really good challenge. You can't really tackle like that and expect to get away with it. Booking to come, you would think. Well, there it is, the first caution of this match.
Well, he didn't need to make the challenge, did he? He's under pressure now. It's a long time to go in this game.
Clattered away. And the referee takes exception to the challenge. Free kick. Well, later in the game he might have seen yellow, but not at this early point.
Yeah, but I'm with the referee. It's a foul, but no card.
And you've got to say, meat and drink to those in the wall. Andrea Pinamonti. Fratesi. And a tidy challenge. Okereke. And Valeri. Well, possibilities in the centre. Well, that's how to keep the opposition at bay. Well, he prevented it from going over the line. Well, now he's let that run out of play, and it will be a throw-in here. A sloppy pass. And space to cross it. Pinamonti clears it away. They've got it now, what can they do? Rogerio. Pinamonti. Can he play it in? Now veering in field. Lopez. A glorious chance. Oh, fine stop. Playing it in, and the problem not completely solved. Lopez. An alert intervention. Lovely ball over the top. Oh, a nice looking pass. Well, nothing productive really. Okereke. So almost at half-time, and they are making good use of home advantage. Still a bit of work to do, though. Stuart, your thoughts on what you've seen?
Yes, they've defended really well all over the pitch. Their work rate and discipline has been excellent. But any drop in tempo, and this lead could easily slip away.
Takes the shot. And a crisp effort. Just over the top. Well, the referee wasn't going to let that go. And so it is, the first half story has been written. Well, he's been the standout for his side so far, don't you think, Stuart?
Well, I thought he had a really effective first half. Not only did he get the goal that gave them the lead, but his general play was really good. He was a constant threat, and I'm sure we'll see more of him in the second half.
Well, as they get the ball rolling again, interesting to see how the second half pans out. Can he finish? Well, he didn't miss by very much at all. Plenty of support here, but really sticking to their task defensively. Rogerio. Armand Loriente. Very quick thinking there. Well, when you sit off like this, you invite pressure. Options in the middle. Lopez. And he takes it on. And that's a straightforward stop. "30 minutes left for play."
Continua la campagna di adozione degli animali abbandonati. Chi vuole maggiori informazioni può rivolgersi al personale di fronte alle biglietterie.
Very alert defending to cut off the supply. Benassi. Now, do they mean business on this occasion? A fine reading of the situation. Buonaiuto. Just the challenge that was required. Fratesi. Andrea Pinamonti. Pinamonti. Well read to put an end to that attack. Matteo Bianchetti. It's with Kirikesh. Now we're inside the final 15 minutes. Fractionally offside. They've decided that now is the time to go to the bench. Lopez. And that's an important intervention. Okereke. It's with Kirikesh. They've got to be really mindful of the time situation, attacking though they might be. And hit with ferocity, it was close, but not quite good enough. Both managers deciding this is the time to change things around. Both teams going to the bench. Loriente. Now Lopez. Pinamonti. Oh, a fine save at this point in the game.
Well, he's just about kept them in it, but time's against them here.
Well, a short corner here. Lopez. But he knew he had to get to the ball, and he did. Not the best challenge, free kick. And a substitution in the offing. Delivered into the box. Oh, really good header. Really fine goalkeeping. Well, they'll be looking to add to their advantage from this corner. And played short. Well, that's a foul, and it sets up a free kick in a dangerous position. So near, off the post. And there it is, the final whistle. The home fans are going to be happy with this result.
Well, Derek, it was a really tight game, but they were the better side over the 90 minutes, and they fully deserved their victory today.
Well, really no complaints whatsoever about his performance in this game, Stuart.
Well, he gave them a really hard time, didn't he? His speed of thought was excellent, and he took the winning goal so well. He was brilliant today.
And a warm welcome on what is an ideal night for football, you've got to say. I'm Derek Ray, in position to bring you live match commentary, and my expert analyst, as always on these occasions, is Stuart Robson. And we're focusing on live action from Italy's top division, Serie A. It is Torino, and they take on Bologna.
Thanks, Derek. Well, often we talk about the tactics, the individual players that are missing, but so often it's the mentality of the players that is key to winning any football game. Which of these teams has the right attitude today is the big question.
And a look at the starting lineup for Torino.
Well, as you can see, they're playing with a diamond in midfield, which allows them to dominate the central area, but does leave them exposed out wide.
And this is the lineup for Bologna.
Well, although we have it down as a 4-5-1, it's actually more likely to be a 4-2-3-1. They play with 2 holding midfield players, a number 10 and 2 wingers. The system has a nice balance to it.
And this confrontation is underway. Orsolini. It's a neat move. Oh, good defending to stop a decent-looking attack. Linetti. Orsolini. And out for a throw-in, just misfiring with the pass. Gigi. Ivan Ilic. Karamo. And they need to get tighter here. And a relatively straightforward save for the keeper. Torino couldn't hang on to it. Oh, moving it nicely. Something to worry about here. And saved by the keeper. And he's fired over the corner. And the problem not completely solved. Well, they can keep possession of it now. Ferguson. Schouten. Orsolini with it. Can they trouble the opposition this time? And a struggle for Torino to keep possession of it. Wasted possession again. Soriano. Oh, a vital interception. Can they take the lead? And there it is, 1-0. Their efforts have been rewarded. And look at the celebrations.
Well, as you can see, he doesn't mess about here, does he? He's strong, well-balanced and skillful. That's a top-class finish.
Rete del Bologna.
1-0 then.
Con il numero 99, Musabarro.
Karamo. Getting the ball forward. Karamo. Terrific block. Not able to put it behind for what will be a corner here. So the corner played into the box. No trouble at all as far as the keeper was concerned. There to win it back. Ilic. Musa Barrow. Moro has it. Schouten. Soriano. Can he finish? There it is! 2 to the good now, and that gives them a buffer.
Well, I'm sure the replay will confirm he got a touch on this, which he does, so he'd be really upset that he didn't keep it out.
So the ball rolling again at 2-0. And the electronic board showing 1 additional minute. Options in the centre. Soriano. A chance then for the respective managers to address their charges. It is half-time here. Well, we're focusing on him for a reason. He's playing with real authority in attack, Stuart.
Well, he's been brilliant today. His skill, his movement, his goals, what a good performance. And he's not finished just yet.
So back underway here into the second half. Oh, no let up, plenty of pressure. And the pass was off target. It'll be a throw. And the referee blows for a foul. Delivered into the box. Wonderful header. Excellent goalkeeping. And a corner kick, the referee's verdict. Who can they pick out? It might still be problematic. Well, no damage done. Rodriguez. Linetti. It did look on for them, but not to be. Plenty of forward momentum. Well, he could be in trouble now. And a yellow card it's going to be, Stuart.
Yeah, the ref's got that right. It's a yellow card all day long.
Here it is now, a substitution. He'll be a bit cross with himself based on that free kick. Not the execution he was looking for. So a half an hour remaining. And intercepting it. Oh, he's given us away.
Well, the visitors, as you can see, have enjoyed so much of the possession, and that's been because of their ability to win the ball back so quickly. Their pressing has been excellent, and they just haven't stopped working. It's been a fantastic performance up to now.
Rodriguez. In possession, Caramo. Chance to cross. Unable to get a body in the way. Clattered away. Really poor timing, and some will argue that he was asking for a yellow card. And following the infringement, a caution.
Yeah, no surprise there. That was always going to be a booking.
And they will make the change now. Oh, he's gone for goal. Oh, the post denied him. And the danger is averted.
Well, how did that not go in? It was a great effort, you have to say.
We can get more details on that injury situation from our man pitch side, Jeff Shreves. Jeff?
Word from the bench is that he's actually twisted his knee. That's why he's been trying it out. But at the moment, he's carrying on.
Cheers, Jeff. Just looking for the right moment for that final pass. Caramo. He read the cross, but now must clatter it clear. Safe pair of hands, did his job. And he couldn't quite get himself back on side, Stuart.
Well, as a player, you need to be able to change your mind, but he wasn't able to, and that's a poor pass.
And time for the change now.
Lorenzo De Silvestri.
Schouten. Poor attempt at a pass, really. Carolinetti. Ilic. Delivering it into the box. Well, they couldn't take advantage of the opportunity. Nicola Moro. Cambiasso. On the ball, Roberto Soriano. Jordi Schouten. There to take it away. Well, totalling up all the stoppages, we'll have 2 additional minutes. And there goes the final whistle. It's gone the wrong way as far as the home fans are concerned.
Well, Derek, they weren't at their best today, both as individuals and as a team, and they didn't deserve anything from the game. Need a much better display next time out.
Well, he often cuts the figure of a thinking person's footballer, and Stuart, he's thought his way throughout this match.
Well, that was a great performance. His understanding of how to find space was brilliant today, and of course he scored 2 really good goals.